All right, it's Thursday, the middle of June, basically. So we've had 6 months, nearly 6 months of the year. This Thursday is a holiday in the States. So I just thought I'm taking time to recap how the year's gone so far, what I've done well, what I've done bad, any changes, all the kind of questions, position sizing, um, big look around the market. Because when the market's open, you're distracted with trading. So it's a good moment, or at least I'm just grabbing that moment to kind of recap the first half of the year. And what I thought I'd do is I went through and I've got a bunch of stocks that have worked really well for me in the beginning of the year, just trading wise, actively trading them. And then I've got a little handful of stocks that have been my worst. So I always find it interesting because I don't use the charts. So now I'm going to just look through the charts, step through with you, and it's interesting to look at the character of the stocks, and what we'll notice is a lot of similarities, and then on the bad stocks we'll again notice some similarities. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Let's just dive in, and obviously anything on this list that if you're a stock trader that you don't trade might be of interest. Whether or not I'll trade them the second half of the year, I do not know. It all depends how they go. But at the moment, they're on my list. As in, I'm trading them actively still as we are. But no recommendation, no nothing, just a dude on the internet. And these are the stocks I've traded well in the first half of 2025. All right, let's make a start. This is just the SPY. And first one is the company CLS. Celestica. I do not know anything about it. This is beginning of 2025 here. So what we've seen is obviously we had this crash, which most of the stocks will have. You'll see the reflection of the stock market crash if we just call up that SPY again. Just notice this is the market with this crash move, and so many stocks will echo that situation. So CLS, yeah, it's had this down move and then strong recovery. That's first stock. The next one, CORT, which is Concept Therapeutics. I'm actually not sure how this has performed so well for me. We started at 50, and because I don't trade the charts, somehow I've made good money out of this, and I really have no idea. Potentially, I was in a long position, and when it went from 50 to 100 and something, potentially I made a big amount on that day. I've only just looked at this chart. That is kind of interesting to me that I've done well in that stock. Anyway, that's one of them. Next one, CRDO. Some of these are a bit off-piste, some of these stocks, and that's also why it's interesting, because these aren't your typicals, at least quite a few of them aren't. So CRDO, Credo Technology, again, that really does follow the S&P move. So anyway, that one's done well for me. AppLovin, APP, somehow I've made money from that. Again, similar chart, bit of that. It didn't suffer that much in the crash, interestingly. But if we just notice the scaling on here, it's gone from 500 to 200 to 400. So clearly just the sheer size of the moves has made that a great trading vehicle. And I think that's what we're going to find. I made a video just like a few days ago about how the volatility is so key to making money. And I think what we're going to notice, even if the chart doesn't look like a highly volatile stock, if we look on the right, if we look on the scaling, we'll notice how incredibly volatile these stocks are. So even though, like this one, 2025 started here at 266, we've gone down to 150, and we're back up to 295. Nice close yesterday. This is Coinbase. So that sheer movement has created great trading opportunity, at least for me. Next one, ELF, ELF, ELF Beauty. Again, it's not up on the year, but I've had my best P&L from this, which I'd really love to see because I don't want to be reliant on up moves. So again, we've gone 125, it's gone in half to 50, and we're back at 122. So yeah, just great movement. This one, GDXJ, gold miners. We know that gold's been in a bull run, so let's see how this chart. Oh no, I did GDXJ. I think I just messed it up again. GDXJ. Gold's been on a tear, so 2025 down here at 44. We're now trading at 68. I'm pleased I've done well on that. It's nice to make money out of like the top stories. You know, when like the FANG stocks were doing great. When you're not making money, you really kick yourself. And so it's nice to make money out of something that is in the headlines. HBI, another one that's done well. Again, look at this. God, it's actually significantly down on the year. So we started here. I really don't know how I've made money out of this. Woof. I'm actually really surprised because this is significantly down and I generally have a bullish strategy, but somehow this has been a great stock for me. Interesting. That is very interesting. Anyway, that's been good. HIMS. It's been in the news a lot lately. Something in, yeah, him and hers. There we go. So yeah, good, I believe, volatile play. So we've gone from 22, we've doubled, we've halved again and doubled again. I mean, that is just textbook. You know, a lot of people are like fantasizing about crypto and its volatility. The stock market, show me a coin that's doubled, halved, and doubled again in 2025. Actually, there probably are some, but plenty of stocks moving around, and that is a money-making opportunity. Doubled, halved, doubled. Brilliant. Okay, good. This is going well. Intel, INTC. Somehow I've made good money on that this year. Let's have a look. Well, it hasn't really moved much. 20, highs of 27, back to 20. I must have just got lucky in these moves, getting the right trades on. Just ignore my blocks and things. They are of no relevance to trading. IoT has a weird name, this one. My charts are slow today. Samsara. Again, similar thing. Let's have a look. You've got to look on this right-hand scale. 40s to 60s to 30s and all around it. Just a great volatile stock, moving a lot, giving a lot of opportunities. LUMN, Lumen Technology. This one's quite surprising. I don't know how I've made money in this. We've gone from 5, yeah, it's halved, to 2, well, to 3, back up to 4. Yeah, I guess it's moved enough. My strategy's managed to get some money out of this. It's not looking good right now. I'll be surprised if I'm in that for the second half of the year, but you know, I just go by numbers. MU, Micron. This, again, looking at the side numbers, 87s, we started off the year, to 100s, back, just in, I seem to make money when it bounces around in a range. It then goes down heavily on the crash to 60s, and now we're up at 124, so it's doubled. So yeah, just that volatility playing out into my strategy. And again, not massively up on the year, so it's pleasing to make money from something that hasn't just gone up. At least it is for me. 114 on Cloudflare. Got up as high as 176. That's a good move. All the way down to 90 in the crash, and then all the way back up. I mean, that's why I'm making money, isn't it? It's just that, just sheer volatility on display here. Next one, Play, Play. Dave and Buster's Entertainment. God, I didn't know that was what I was trading. Anyway, 2025 started around at 29. We're back at that now, and we've gone, whoa, we've gone low. We've gone all the way down to $16, and then back up. Somehow that's been a good trading vehicle. That is surprising. Roblox. This has been in the news a little bit because I got a feeling there we go. It's on a rally. So started the year, $58. Didn't suffer badly in the crash. That is interesting. 76 to, well, I did, I suppose, to 50, but it just doesn't look as severe. And then it's really been on a tear, new market highs. So from 50, we're up to over 100. So yeah, if that was in your book, you really want to be making money from that. Interesting green bars here. There are no sellers in this stock. Look at that, just really strong. I wonder how far that's going to continue. Interesting. I'm finding that very interesting to look at. Okay, that's Roblox. Good. Next, Shopify. I don't know how they've done actually off the top of my head. Yeah, similar chart to the others. Just had that little kind of mixed early start to 25, the crash, and now recovering, but this one's not back at highs. 70s to 100s. Yeah, not bad. Somehow that's been a good trading vehicle. UAL, United Airlines, I think. I've just got my list of tickers here. Yeah, United Airlines, here we go. Cool, this is surprising, made money out of this one. 90s, went down when the crash to 50s. God, stocks, they really do move around. When people think stocks don't move, you just got to look at these charts. They really do. There really is opportunity in abundance. And if you're still trying to trade crypto, not really moving, you've got to get yourself into the stocks. 50s, right, and then back up to 74s. Plenty of opportunity in these plays. VRT, next one. Only a couple more. Yeah, similar. See this shape, this V shape? Yeah, similar. Vertiv Holdings, that one. WDC, I've been trading that a lot, the ticker, but I don't know what it is. Western Digital Corporation. Okay, interesting. Again, same thing. Went down in the crash, rallied back up. Wow. Yeah, so a lot of these basically halved and then doubled. So same, and I'm guessing I've placed almost the same trades. Okay, the ones that I have not done well on. Comp. Let's have a look. So 2025 is here. For some reason I haven't traded it that well. So we doubled and then we've halved. Somehow I have not made, this is one of my worst performances, so I imagine I'm at a loss. Well, I will be at a loss because I'm not at a profit, put it that way. DHI, oh, I reckon why I haven't made money here is lack of movement. It's just been on a slow grind down and not really moving. So that is a disappointing stock, and I'd be surprised if I am trading that in the second half of 2025 by the looks of that chart. It looks very dull and not an opportunity. See the difference? Do you see the difference in those stocks? The ones that performed really well had really moved, and they weren't all positive on the year. Some were, fine. And then there's ones like this that really there's not been much going on. Target, TGT, same thing. See, it's when you just get this grind, so there's no opportunity to play both sides of the market. Do you see that? And then it's just grinding at this low price, lacking opportunity. So it's really obvious, isn't it, when you see these charts, the difference. SMMT. This is a relatively new one that I've added to the book, and yeah, we can kind of see it. There's not a lot of movement in either direction. There's a little pop here, but lacking. I think I've added that one quite recently to my portfolio. But yeah, that is already flashing warning signs to me. So I'll have to check on the validity of trading that. Last one. I have not traded Rivian very well. Let's have a little look. 2025. There's opportunity here. There's movement. 12s to no, there's not, to 14s, to 10s, to 13s. This is a struggle. This is, by the look of this chart, this is a struggle. I should have made something here where it went from 10 to 16 and then back down to 13, but it's not compelling. Take that versus just jumping back to the first one we looked at, because that is the list. CLS was the first stock we looked at on my list. It's just 140s to 60s back to 140s. Do you see the difference? So that is an interesting look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. Actually, it's just the good and the bad. There's no, the charts are ugly. It's the good and the bad with the ugly charts. That's it. I hope some of those are interesting. They are really, weirdly, because I hold a lot of your standards, like your normal stocks, but the best performers have really been off-piste stocks. And maybe Intel is not, maybe United Airlines is not. Some people would class Roblox as off-piste. Shopify is probably quite a common stock, and obviously the gold one. Oh, and Coinbase. But yeah, I don't know. A few of those are off-piste stocks, but they might be interesting for you. And if they are, I hope that's useful. All right, that's it. Just a quick recap. Good luck out there.